Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to real talk with you guys about birth control. So there's many different types of birth control out there, but I know in the summer you might have summer flings and stuff might be happening. And girls, just stay safe and don't get pregnant unless that's what you're looking for, but I know I'm not. So the first thing I want to talk about is the kind of birth control that I have, and I have the Nexplanon. It's right here in my arm. It's like a little plastic rod thing. Basically what they do, it's like a little surgery. They basically just like numb the area and put it in. It will have your arm bruised and like a little bit sore for a while, but don't let that discourage you because it's absolutely amazing. I haven't gotten pregnant since I got it in September, so obviously that's a good thing. That's a good sign. So the Nexplanon, at least according to my doctor, is the most effective form of birth control, and in my experience it is very effective. I am not a medical expert, so take everything that I say with a grain of salt. I just wanted to share with you my experience and my knowledge, but period stuff is different with anyone that's on Nexplanon or really any form of birth control. So for example, my experience, I've only had 3 periods since I got it in September of 2017. So the first period I got was right after I got it implanted, but I think that's because like I was already on track to get my period when I got it implanted at that time, and then after that I got it in January, and then I just got it now in July. So it's been very irregular, but I kind of like it because like I don't like bleeding. I think it's gross. I mean, it's part of my body and natural system, but like I don't like blood. So the weird thing for me though is every month I get period symptoms just without the blood. So like I kind of get cramping and like I get PMS and acne and all that kind of stuff, all that beautiful stuff that goes along with periods, but I just don't bleed. I don't know if that's normal, but that's just how my body reacts, I guess. I know my friend got the Nexplanon and she was bleeding for like a straight month after she got it, but that definitely hasn't been the case for me. So just keep that in mind. You know, your body may be very different. Your body may react a completely different way. Just definitely keep that in mind. And I forgot to mention, this lasts for 3 years, so you don't have to worry about it at all for 3 years. They'll give you like a little paper saying like when you need to get it replaced or just taken out, and what they'll do when they take it out is just a little incision at the base and just pull it out. The next form of birth control that I want to talk about is pills. So I was on the birth control pills for a pretty substantial amount of time. The original reason I started on the birth control pills was because of my acne. I heard that, you know, the birth control pills clear up your acne, and it definitely did for me. After I got off the pills and onto the Nexplanon, I noticed that I got a lot more acne. The reason why I switched from the pills to the Nexplanon is because I was being sexually active more frequently, and I was really bad about taking my pills. I had an alarm, but I didn't always have my pills with me when the alarm would go off, so I'd forget like when I got home or whatever. It was all just a mess, and I didn't want to get pregnant because of my mistakes. So if you do have trouble like taking pills regularly or anything like that, then I would definitely go for like condoms or the Nexplanon or the IUD or something like that, so that you don't have to regularly take the pills. You know what I mean? I definitely had a lot of trouble with that. But basically how the pills work is you have like however many pills for like 3 weeks, and then you have placebo pills for like a week, and that is when you're supposed to have your period. If you wanted to, you definitely have to talk to your doctor about it, but you could just take the regular pills all month long. Just never take the placebo pills. I know that people do that because they don't really want a period, but I would always take the placebo pills and usually just get my period then. It was really nice because then my period wouldn't be super irregular. And now it's super irregular and it's kind of annoying. But when I was on the pills, I mentioned it briefly, but my acne cleared up a whole lot. It was absolutely amazing. I like didn't even wash my face and my face was so clear. I'd get like, you know, the regular period pimples or whatever, but other than that, like my face was so clear. It was so nice. Oh my god, you guys, it was so nice. And I know that like some other side effects like weight gain can happen. That personally didn't happen to me, at least I don't think it did. I didn't notice any sort of weight gain or anything like that. I really didn't have like a whole lot of side effects with the birth control other than just, you know, my acne clearing up, but I didn't really find that like a side effect because I tend to think of side effects as like negative things, you know what I mean? So the acne clearing up was a godsend. Okay, so the next form of birth control I want to talk about is the IUD. I have never gotten the IUD, just want to put that out there, so I can't really say a whole lot about it, but it's a form of birth control. They put it in your cervix, I believe, and it attaches to your uterus or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I am not 100% sure how that works. I know that it lasts, I just looked it up, I know that it lasts for like 3 to 6 years, so it's a pretty substantial amount of time, so you don't really have to worry about it. It's just up there, and yeah, so it is, I believe, the second most effective form of birth control, and like pills coming in third or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I'm not a medical expert by any means. I'm just kind of going off of the knowledge that I have, kind of. The IUD, I've heard, can be similar to the next one on in terms of your period, so it can be super irregular, like only get it like for like a couple months out of the year, or you can bleed like for a really long time like my friend did on the Nexplanon, or you just don't bleed at all. You know, it really, like I said, depends on the kind of person, and like I also said, I do not have the IUD and I have never had the IUD, so take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm not 100% sure of the side effects of the IUD. I just know that it's a very effective form of birth control and it lasts for a long time. And the final form of birth control I want to talk about is condoms. Condoms can be super effective if you use them the right way. Usually when you are using condoms, you want to be on some other form of birth control, just to get that extra protection, because, you know, when you're taking those steps to prevent pregnancy, like you want to actually prevent pregnancy. It's super common that the condom, you know, breaks or whatever and people wind up getting pregnant, and that's just, you know, that's not fun. And remember, you can't use a condom more than once. You know, if you are switching holes, I guess, switch the condoms out. Things like that are super important to keep in mind, especially if you haven't been like educated on, you know, the different types of birth control and like how to use condoms and all that kind of stuff. It's super important to know when you become sexually involved with another person. Alright, you guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you learned something new from this video. I just really want to help you because no one wants an unexpected pregnancy. That's just not fun, especially when you're like 19 like I am, or younger or older. Like, if you don't want to get pregnant, it's not gonna be fun if you do get pregnant, you know? So I really hope if you are sexually involved with someone that you use some kind of birth control, maybe some of the ones that I mentioned. I know that there are other types of birth control that I didn't mention, but just really do your research. Like I said, I'm not a medical expert. Talk to your doctor if you want to use like a certain form of birth control that I mentioned or that I didn't. But if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. I usually post like makeup, beauty, lifestyle kind of videos on my channel, but I do post real talk videos once a month, and if you do want me to post real talk videos more than once a month, then be sure to comment down below. Also, press the little bell notification button so that you get notified when I post videos every Wednesday and Sunday. Alright, bye guys.